And we are live. Welcome to another episode of AB Tribal Quick Talk. And today we got some breaking news. We got Turki Alalshikh, we got DanaWhite, and we got NickKhan, one of the higher ups over in WWE, joining forces to create a new boxing promotion. We got Turki, who's been doing big moves in the recent months for boxing. We got DanaWhite, who basically monopolized MMA. And then we got NickKhan with the WWE, with his company, who basically monopolized entertainment wrestling. I think this is big news. I think the competitors are feeling the pressure. But as of 2025, we have a lot of companies who are involved in boxing. We have Netflix, we have Amazon Prime, we still have PBC, we have The Zone, we have Golden Boy, De La Hoya. We got Turki, who owns the whole Ring magazine organization, the Ring Belt. We used to have Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if he's still in the boxing business or he just took a little break, but he might come back. So we have a lot of people who are in the boxing business. But what makes this one special is that you have three big business owners with a lot of money joining forces to make one company. So they're going to have a lot of money to be able to throw away. Their plans is to have one belt. They don't want no WBA, IBF, Ring, blah, blah, blah. Well, Turki owns Ring, so he probably uses only the Ring belt for this new boxing organization. They want the same layout as the UFC. You got the top 10 rankings. You got one champion. You got the number one contender, and then the rest of the guys. So I'm not too sure how that's going to work. Every other organization uses these belts. The only thing is that their top 10 rankings are different. That's why you be seeing nobodies fighting champions, because each organizations have their set of fighters and they rank them differently. Even though the champion is the same, but for the top 10, top 15, is different for every organization. In a way, it's good because, like Eddie Hearn was saying, it opened doors for a lot of more people than just having one belt, one sanction. Now, when you only have one organization like the UFC, everybody's goal is to get into the UFC. But the UFC monopolized MMA, so they could pay whoever and whatever they want. They don't give benefits. I mean, you do get some bonuses, but that's like favoritism. When it comes to business, boxing and MMA is so different. In boxing, we got guys like Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, who are able to become stars who don't really trash talk. They don't have a lot of energy in them. But you don't see that in the UFC. In the UFC, they very against that. They want a champion who hypes the crowd. They want a Conor McGregor. They want everyone to be a Conor McGregor. But for boxing, it's never kind of been like that. In the UFC, you see people like Demetrius Johnson, Henry Cejudo. You see guys like that. They accomplish so much. And just because they don't talk a lot of trash, their career can't be a Conor McGregor career. It would never happen. So just like how WWE owns UFC, I'm not saying they want their fighters to act like the people in WWE, but they have the same mentality. And for you to be shown on TV in the WWE, you have to be able to come with a personality. You just can't be you. It's an acting gig. In the early days for the UFC, they enjoyed rivalries. They enjoyed the Rampage and the Evans. They enjoyed the Chuck Liddells and the Tito Ortiz. They enjoyed rivalries. And then when the WWE company bought UFC, the whole thing changed. The whole layout changed. Everything changed. The company that owns WWE And UFC is a talent organization. It's a talent agency. They trying to get people and make them famous. So obviously the UFC, after being acquired by a talent agency, their business layout is going to be different. Way different from the early days when it was just about fighting. It was about being a badass. Like the Randy Couture's, the Chuck Liddells, the Anderson Silvas, the GSPs. These fighters did not talk. These are not talkers. There was a switch, and you could see the switch when you. I mean, if you any of you guys are hardcore UFC fans, you see the switch. They trying to bring the same business format into boxing, and it's going to be interesting to see. They're very vocal about the champions being known. They keep saying, "Oh, we don't even know the champions in boxing." Well, maybe because you don't tune in. These champions been through the Some of these champions been through the Olympics. Some of these champions have 300 wins in the amateurs, and you're telling me just because you don't know him as a champion, it's a problem. They feel like they could do a lot more in the marketing aspect of boxing, marketing the fighters better by taking away these promoters and these promotions. It's basically trying to monopolize boxing. We still have hundreds of other little promotions who could join forces as well and combine, just like these guys. And these guys are new. All the other hundreds boxing promotions been around for a very long time, so they know the business. This is a time where they have to come together and actually join forces to go up against this new boxing promotion that is gonna come like a truck. Obviously, I want to see boxing get better, right? I want boxing to get bigger for the youth. I don't think boxing is really a big sport for them, but I want to see it more. If you don't know much about Dana White, I give you a quick rundown. He used to be a boxing trainer, but a mob leader, a mob boss, kicked him out of Boston, and he moved to Las Vegas. And somehow he got into MMA. He met a couple guys. He got into MMA. Don't ask me. But yeah, he got into the UFC, and he was their only promoter. He's the only promoter. He promotes the events, he promotes the fighters, he promotes everything. So for him to circle back to boxing, I know he's very excited and he wants to mean good, but at the same time, he has a lot of other people that forces him to be a businessman and helps him make decisions. And in the end, it all falls down to how can we get more money. Hopefully the other promotions don't die out. I don't want to see PBC die out. I don't want to see Top Rank die out. The Zone, Golden Boy. I think they bring a lot to the table. But it's going to be hard to keep the youth from trying to join this organization that's very popular. But that's all I got for you. Don't forget to drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, a share. Do all that good stuff for me. Until next time.